It's hot, but I just saw Bad Boys Ride or Die. So let's talk about it. Directed by Adil and Balil, stars Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig, I'm not sure how he pronounces his last name, and a whole host of other people. I found it very interesting, movie starts, opening credits, and you have, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, and Vanessa Hudgens is the third name listed, and yet you barely see her. She has such a minor role in this. This is the fourth installment in the Bad Boys franchise, started in 1995 with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. The last film was in 2020. I don't think I've seen Bad Boys 2 or 3. I know I've seen 1, but it's been so long. It's a buddy comedy, essentially. So the movie came out this past weekend, did very well at the box office. Yay, go American box office. But I'm just going to be real honest. I don't want to say they've outgrown their partnership, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, cinematically anyway. I don't want to say they've outgrown their partnership, but Will Smith definitely outpaces and outacts Martin Lawrence. It's always been like that, but going back to 1995, Will Smith was not as mature as an actor as he is now. The way they do comedy, the way they do vulnerability is just so very different. But I think because both of them are just so entertaining to watch in their own way, they make this movie watchable. I think if you had just taken them out and put two others in, this would have been just a really bad movie. I'm just going to be honest here. It's not character driven. It's not plot driven. This is plot weak. It's definitely actor driven. These are the kinds of movies that we would step out and watch in the 90s. Movies that were heavily driven by the actor. We're going to go see the Will Smith movie. We're going to go see the Martin Lawrence movie. There was a trust between the audience and the actor that it really didn't matter what they were doing. We knew that whatever it was, they were going to put on a good show. They put on a good show, but the writing and direction just falls way behind. Again, this is plot weak. The plot is very weak. There isn't much of a plot. There are pieces. There are things happening, but they don't really connect very well. The pacing is just disjointed. The pacing is so weird in this. Things are just moving very fast, and there are events that are happening, but there really isn't much of a connected story. I use the word episodic a lot. I don't even know if I'd use the word episodic. It's almost like they just took pretty pieces and stacked them next to each other, but they don't quite match. Have you ever seen magnet tiles? Like the little magnet thingies that kids play with? I do kids ministry at church along with other things, so I've seen a lot of magnet tiles. But you see how the magnet tiles, how you stick them together and they connect and you can form boxes with them, but a lot of times the colors don't match. You'll have a green one next to a blue one, next to a yellow one, next to a red one. These pieces obviously fit together to form a picture or to form an image, but they don't match, and that's kind of what this felt like. This felt like, off-brand magnet tiles. I don't know how else to describe it. The cinematography is gorgeous, though. I love the neon color palette here. I love some of the framing choices, the first-person point of view. At times, it felt like we were watching a video game, and that was really cool. I really wish the direction and the writing was on pace with the acting and the cinematography. I think if you watch this movie, you're going to be entertained. You're going to laugh a lot. It's a good, fun, entertaining experience. But just speaking of the movie as a whole, it's lackluster. It's not very good. I hate to say it. This is fun trash. Would I watch it again? Yeah, definitely. If I was sitting at home folding laundry, but I wouldn't go and see this in the theater again. Truth be told, by the time I get home, I'm not going to remember the plot. I mean, there wasn't much of a plot to begin with, but I'm not going to remember the plot. I'm going to remember some of the stupid things Martin Lawrence said, and then what's his name who played Armando, because he was fine. If we want to just do like a spin-off movie with just him, I'm game. I can change him. This is the definition of star power. This is why people showed up to see Top Gun Maverick. The only difference is Top Gun Maverick was extraordinary, and this really isn't. But you have these megastars, superstars whom we love and know and trust, and they give us more than enough reason to buy a ticket and show up. And honestly, I'm here for it. I miss that relationship between the actor and the audience. So if we can just get out of the franchise, get out of the sequel, and just bring back star power and original screenplays, I'm down.